Hey, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on, I guess, what part of the world you're in. What time is it? It's about 2 or 3 o'clock here. I'm not even sure, honestly. I've been driving all day. I've lost all track of time. I'm right outside San Francisco. It's been a few days since I last posted, so, I wanted to keep the content going, and wanted to thank everyone who's, subscribed to the channel, supported. I've gotten numerous messages on my Facebook, my IG, on YouTube. And, I wanted to tell everyone who has hit me up, giving their support, thank you, thank you for following my dream. This is truly my dream. And, I hope that I make everyone happy, everyone proud, in my next few steps. But the title of my video today is why truck driving, at least for me, is the perfect vehicle, the perfect job to get to the Philippines. I initially didn't start off truck driving. I did an assortment of odd jobs. But the main two that I did was I did personal training. I got my an online certificate, nothing serious, back in like 2010, 2011. I did that for a little bit. And as much as I enjoyed it, there just wasn't a lot of money, at least not in my area, to train people to work out. People say they want to work out, especially around New Year's. And, when it comes time to, it's one thing to think you want to be in shape, but then you realize, oh my God, I can't eat this. I can't eat cake. I got to cut out McDonald's and everything else. Then, it's one thing to think about it. It's another thing to actually put the work in, So once people started realizing this wasn't going to be easy, you're going to have to sacrifice something. It just wasn't as lucrative as I thought it would be. And the other job was, I worked in warehouses. I was mainly a forklift driver. I did that for a while. It paid decent. They would slave you for your money, though. You were going to work for your money. Wasn't the greatest pay in the world, though, but I got by. And working in these warehouses, I started meeting drivers from all over the country. Guys coming in from Texas, from California, from Michigan, just all over, all four corners of the United States, the lower 48. And they would see me working. They would see me busting my ass, and I had a lot of the same repeat drivers over and over. And they would tell me, bro, why don't you get your CDL? You'd be making a lot more money, probably double or triple what you're making now for, doing less work, So I thought about it. And this is also around the same time that, the Philippines bug started to really kick in with me. And I started doing 2 and 2. I started talking to other drivers. And this is why I think truck driving is a good, at least for me. One, I'm a single guy. I started making some sacrifices once I did get my CDL. I went to a truck driving school, and it was about a 5-month school. And, you have to get your permit, and you had to, obviously go out there and practice, backing the truck up, which is probably the hardest part. Driving the truck is easy. It's, the backing up, that's the hardest part. And I'm still learning how to do. You're never 100% at it. You never master it, though, but you become very proficient at it, though. So that was the main thing. But I did get it, and I decided, if I really wanted to go to the Philippines, this is what I was going to do, talking to other drivers. I gave up my apartment / condo. I ended up selling my car off. I banked all that. I just didn't want any unnecessary bills. I figured that if this is really, truly going to be my dream, this is really what I want, I'm going to have to make some sacrifices. I limited my spending. I was used to buying a lot of sneakers, clothes, Jordans, whatnot, and that went out the window, because I realized that I had a dream, I had a vision, I had a goal that I wanted to reach. And, the only bill I really have right now, is really just my cell phone bill. That's about it, which is, it's not too much, a little over $100 a month. I do need a good plan being out here. You're in all, some pretty shady areas. You're in the desert, you're in the mountains, so you need a good phone plan out here. But other than that, no, I made some sacrifices, and I've been saving now for a while now, and everything's coming to fruition. It seems that the Philippines opened up just in time, and I'm ready to go. But some of the things, like I said, one of the reasons that if you're a single guy looking to go to the Philippines, and I remember one of the issues that I had, I was thinking of was, how can I save up money, enough money in a quick amount of time to be able to go out there? And I know not everyone is in this position, but if you are, you know, I know a lot of the guys that are going to the Philippines are older guys. They have pensions, SSI, you know, some even, you know, if you're really wealthy, you might have gotten an inheritance or a lawsuit. And some of the younger guys that I know that go out there, they were in the armed forces for, you know, 20 years or so. They either got injured or they did their full 20 years and they're getting a full pension or something close to that. So they're able to, you know, sustain that lifestyle over there. I didn't have any of those options. So first and foremost, the salary, you know, the first few months of truck driving will be rough. I'll be honest. It's going to be not, you know, you're out here by yourself. I'm over the road. I'm going through all lower 48 states. I'm all over the place. I literally drove all the way from New Jersey to California a few months ago, and I've been out here between here, Arizona, and Nevada ever since. But yeah, if you are over the road and you don't have any big ties or anything like that, I would suggest that you honestly give up your apartment if possible, or, you know, get rid of everything. If you're really serious and sold out to it, minimize your bills. You know, I know not everyone can do that, but minimize as many bills as you could. Start saving up as much as you possibly can. That's one of the benefits that truck driving does give you. Another one is the independence. You know, if you're going to be traveling to another country, you kind of got to get used to, you know, being on the move, meeting new people, you know, going to new places that you have never seen before. You have to start getting used to things like that. So, you know, so the traveling and the independence, because you kind of got to live by your own wits after a while, you know, especially in a country like the Philippines. Like, what I'm doing out here right now is basically just like baby steps compared to what I'm going to be going through out there. I've had people tell me what I'm going to experience, but I know that nothing is going to prepare me for it, you know, like being out there. Sort of like somebody telling you about being in war and then you being actually boots on the ground out there in combat, you know. So like I said, so we have the salary, we have the independence, and honestly, those are the main things, I think, right now, unless I'm forgetting something. I think those are like the main two things. It's really about the saving money, though, because you're going to need money out there. That's the first and foremost important thing, you know, the first and foremost important thing. It will allow you to save a large amount of money in a short period of time. The first few months is going to be rough, but after, I want to say 6 months or so, you should be able to start making some decent money. I know that I worked for a company for about the first 6 months, a major carrier. They paid decent. It was okay, but it wasn't consistent. You know, I was driving for mileage. 1 week I would make really good money. The next week it'll be like, eh. So it wasn't consistent. Then I got a call from a company that I had applied to earlier that year. And they told me that, look, you have enough experience now. Do you have any tickets, any this, any that? I'm like, no, my record's clean. They hired me on. And at that point, I was able to start saving a substantial amount of money in a short period of time. So I'm sure there's other ways to save right now. If anyone has anything, you know, any other ideas of how to save a large amount of money legally in a short period of time, you know, please drop it in the comments below. You know, but for me, this was my ticket, this was my avenue, this was my vehicle, and it brought me to where I'm at right now. So thank you guys. You guys have a great weekend, and once again, thank you for all your support, all your help. You know, and I ask you that you continue to support the channel and drop any ideas. If there's any topics you want me to talk about, anything you want to hear, let me know. You know, we're all helping each other. So thank you. God bless. Have a good day.